Let's play the daddy first. Okay. This is the dad of Austin Metcalf. He's really talking to the daddy of Carmelo Anthony. Oh, really? Yeah.
You're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impacts. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more used to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child, and I swear to God, CPS should show him check on those other three that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about Minister fuck you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Racial divide. Look in your own. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them? Do you teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them? Do you program your kids to hate, to kill? From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own, look in your own, culture and race. Don't get me wrong, we got white people that embarrass the shit out of me too. Yeah. But you guys, you got a patent on that shit. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for every fucking thing else. I'm going to tell you right now. Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened. How many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough culture and race. Don't give me man.
Kevin Hayes. He sent a lot of internet words, which makes me suspicious. Yeah, he's a lot of internet words, like keyboard warrior. That's an internet phrase. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm like, where does old dude get? Okay, anyway.
You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, Brody? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk.
Brody?
That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can make let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night. Because he's gonna have many nights to think about what the fuck he did.
You don't think his son wrong, no?
His son did.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to be in it.
We know his son dead with them. He was messing with the black dude. They weren't messing with him. No, goddamn.
I forgave him, so I don't carry the hate. Man, you still living back in the anger. How poetic justice is.
All right, let's go Charleston.
He might should have stabbed him, He might should have fall over.
Ain't no coming back from that. All right.
Is that a real picture of him? Or is that just shit people be doing with his hair shaved bald?
Who?
The black dude.
Carmelo? I think it's a real picture. That's him locked up.
Is it for real?
Yeah, I seen it.
Or is it something fake?
Nah, I seen that picture. I seen that picture. Yeah.
He's worse than Carmelo. Because Carmelo is surrounded by a support system. I got a Muslim under prison where he's at right now. I want to challenge you to a boxing match. I would like to fight you on Aiden Ross brand wrist. I want to fight Austin Metcalf dad on brand wrist or in a UFC fight match. I want to fight you, boy. You know how miserable he got to be? He's worse than Carmelo. Because Carmelo is surrounded.
But nah, he called in the Anton Daniels show. He's crying.
The courtroom all week long, publicly saying if he walk out of there innocent, they're gonna shoot him in the head. So I sit in my prayer closet, God said that's why I had to let him be guilty. They were gonna kill him. They won't kill him, homie. They were gonna kill that baby. They was gonna kill him. They made declarations outside of the courtroom. And what was black people online arguing about each other? This family have moved 8 times in less than 2 years for death threats. They got so serious, they found out what kind of car Carmelo as he drives. He drives a red Jeep. They started riding and scavenging neighborhoods looking for the Jeep. I bought the Jeep. There was a journalist named Jim Lane stood outside the courtroom.
I would say that. You're the killer of the
Yeah, I seen the Charleston White thing first, and then I just seen and this was 38 minutes ago. Let's check this out.
I want to say this.
I just seen the Austin Metcalf daddy sitting down.
Metcalf parents, if I have said anything that have hurt you, I ask for your forgiveness. Forgive me. I was in my feelings, I was in my emotions, and I was in my own ideology at that moment. And with that being said, I want to talk to the father, not the mother. When I look at this situation, the absence of the mother in front of the camera lets me know that's a grieving mother. And I want to tell you, Mr. Metcalf, I have no quarrels with you, sir. I initially agreed with you, as I do still agree with you. I did my best. I did my best. I heard you say it, and I made a call without hearing you say it. This is not about race. You have every right to be angry.
You're Anthony. You're a coward, and you raised.
Yeah, but he done fucked up saying it. the joke, the little joke. I think he fucked up with that. Because he was saying, don't make it about race. Don't make it about race. But it was once it hit the media, once it hit mainstream, it was a wrap. It wasn't no coming back from that. Stevie K, okay, all right. Let's go on this.
Now, no weapon. White people don't feel the same about George Zimmerman that they do about the kid Carmelo Anthony. There's a journalist named Jim Lane stood outside the courtroom all week long, publicly saying if he walk out of there innocent, they're gonna shoot him in the head. So I sit in my prayer closet, God said that's why I had to let him be guilty. They were gonna kill him. They won't kill him, homie. Carmelo Anthony. Kill that baby. They was gonna kill him. They made declarations outside of the courtroom. And what was black people online arguing about each other? This family have moved 8 times in less than 2 years from death threats.
Carmelo Anthony has been sentenced to 35 years in prisons for the murder of Austin Metcalf. Charleston White, someone is working.
To be honest, I haven't looked. I need to look at the case myself. I don't really like listen to nobody else, and then because everybody, it seems like some lies is going around in between this. A whole lot of lies. Cause I'm hearing one thing and then turn around, I'm like, no, that ain't true. I'm like, well, somebody lying.
I won against the family. You know why? When I looked on the press conference when that killing happened, he's standing with a bunch of civil rights activists, civil rights lawyers, not criminal. I got
talking about the father and the son.
The black people, they don't know where to get a lawyer from. They've never been in trouble before.
Yeah.
The lawyers showed up. Why? Because the black people came with a narrative that white people hadn't put out yet, that this was about race.
Said that, and a lot of people did. So this is a nuance. Between Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, their interaction wasn't a race-based interaction. Austin Metcalf was just a bully. Because Austin Metcalf had his black friends under the tent as well. You know what I'm saying? Austin Metcalf was just a bully. We, the media, made it about race. And I'm saying we because I know myself, I knew this was going to come down to this black and white shit when it came to court. But once the civil rights leaders stepped in, they made it about a black and white thing instead of looking at the nuance of it and saying, hey, we want this child to get the best results when it comes to his punishment. We're not trying to necessarily say he's going to get off the hook, but the defense didn't put up a great enough argument for the kid to get. I'm not even just saying just trying to get up off the hook. Judge this man fairly, man. The Casey Allen kid, white kid, stabbed somebody and got away with it, man. Basically, they gave him 2 years. 17-year-old white boy stabbed a kid in the bathroom of a school, an actual school, multiple times, and they gave him 2 years negligent homicide. All we saying is be fair with Carmelo Anthony as well. If you're gonna punish him, but punish him like a child.
Oh yeah.
What? He got 10 years. He said 2.
Yeah.
A new nigga.
Did the guy he stabbed die?
Yeah.
Oh damn, he only got 2 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Dang. That's what I'm saying.
That was favorable to everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because somebody say it on the internet don't mean it. He's starting to see that. Like, that's what I'm saying. I wait to react because I want to get the facts myself. I'd rather get it from the courthouse than these niggas. Excuse my language.
They said he wasn't supposed to be under that tent. He had every right to be under that tent. He was just under the same tent last week with these same kids. You know who wasn't at the tent? The Metcalf brothers. Why? They were the ones suspended. So that's why the narrative come in and said Carmelo was suspended. He wasn't supposed to be on the tent. No, the Metcalf brothers were suspended a week prior. That's why they showed up. They hadn't seen the nigga. Everybody else was comfortable with it being there, except the 2 bullies who scared everybody. The coach didn't give them permission to run nothing. Children can't run anything over children, and this is other schools here. The Metcalf brothers was just coming back to school from their suspension from the track meet. The coach texted them to keep good leadership.
And mind you, Charleston White don't know he's being recorded at this particular point, right? But they had that kind of friendship. Anton Daniels is going to allow, give him a heads up that you being recorded, but Charleston White don't know he's being recorded, so he's speaking authentically to Anton Daniels.
Not run nothing.
Yeah.
They had to use that text to make it like they gave him authorization. How would Carmelo know he has authorization to tell him to move and he's physically trying to move me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to the father.
So hear me out. These black people, these civil rights lawyers, this is what we do to one another. The Ben Crump, the Lee Marys, all these motherfucking people, y'all think somebody, nigga, they put their ambulance chasers. That black man and his family, black people throughout the country, gave their money and not their hearts and attention to this family. And they raised a GoFundMe up so high, they made this family a target to every black lawyer, civil rights. Look, they got $800,000 in a GoFundMe. They could never get the right kind of lawyer. Why? They paying for the money, and that's what happened to this family. So you got the black community activists go out to a redneck town with a liberal mindset, liberal lawyers with no power in this cracker town. You got to go get a good boy from now. They got somebody from the outside to go fight inside. And none of them people in that courtroom respected them docile ass crackers in there.
I just spoke with I was just talking with Sean Kent. Sean Kent is the lawyer. I just interviewed him on a live. You on a live too, C, just to let you know.
So let me finish it because I gotta get this out, homie.
No, go ahead. Do your thing.
Black people did this playing race.
Okay, I still think it's kind of like, come on, bro. I know y'all got that type of relationship, bro, but like everything is not meant to be on the internet. How ironic I'm saying this. They kept it up though. You feel me? You kept it up, and Charleston White ain't got no issue with it, but I don't know. Did beforehand did he warn them that he was on live, or he just started recording?
Nah, he was. I'm pretty sure he was live. That's how Charleston White knew to call. That's what I'm thinking. Charleston White called in because he was live. He want people to know.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm thinking. That's usually how it go. When somebody call in and you live, they know you live. They watching you. That's why they calling in.
Start recording, but just put the phone up to the mic. Like, I don't know, bro.
They took away from the fact that these was actually two children and not two racist boys. These was two children at a sports event. Have you noticed we haven't heard no children speak, whether they need counseling, therapy for the aftermath of a death in front of them? They went out there and silenced every kid. And they made kids change their story. Why? Everybody's testimonies was changed from the original statements given to the police. How can a kid have a murder case and he never stood up to kill anybody? He stood up out of fear and ran. Well, where did he run to? Directly to the arms of a school teacher with tears in his eyes, asking, is this white boy okay? Initially, every police report that they got said this kid had tears with empathy and compassion. But this is what I'm saying, and I sit in this closet to hide my tears with myself. I stood in front of black people, and I stood in front of that family. And I looked in their eyes, and I told them one of the best thing they could have did was gave us all white jewelry. He said, why? Because you can't make me believe 12 white people's hearts would be so cold at one time. Because I know how they get the jewelry pool. They get teachers, they get nurses, they get doctors, they get people who have compassionate spirits. I wouldn't believe in my heart and my mind that white people are that evil. So I told black people, man, they ain't finna do that. I sit in silence. How can I defend any white person when every time they kill, they find a justification for it? Trayvon Martin didn't have no weapon. White people don't feel the same about George Zimmerman that they do about the kid Carmelo Anthony. There's a journalist named Jim Lane stood outside the courtroom all week long, publicly saying if he walk out of there innocent, they're gonna shoot him in the head. So I sit in my prayer closet, God said that's why I had to let him be guilty. They were gonna kill him. They were gonna kill him, homie.
Carmelo
gonna
Anthony?
kill that baby. They was gonna kill him. They made declarations outside of the courtroom. And what was black people online arguing about each other? This family have moved 8 times in less than 2 years from death threats.
Man, you can hear the authenticity in this main voice, and you ain't never hear Charleston White about to crack and break. I remember when he came out and he was saying that Carmelo Anthony was guilty until he got connected with the family and started looking through all the things that the media won't show. This kid, Carmelo Anthony, as a kid, put his life on a line to go save somebody else, bro. You cannot make me believe that little kid from then to now didn't have a heroic bone in his body, bro. Everybody was whispering the fact that these 2 kids, Austin Metcalf and Hunter Metcalf, were bullies, bro. They try to preserve the image of Austin Metcalf, and it still doesn't make it right to say, oh, he deserved it. I don't believe he deserved it, but I do believe Carmelo Anthony deserved to protect himself. Was it excessive? How will we know? It's so strange over these almost 2 years. You telling me no kid came out on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and leaked anything about Carmelo Anthony or Austin Metcalf? How do you keep 30 plus, you know what I'm saying, witnesses at bay? You tell me not one came out and leaked information? It's called fear. Somebody was putting the fear of death in these kids, to a point where Eddie didn't want to. He didn't even want to be considered a friend of Carmelo Anthony when he got on the stand. But that's gonna be the kid that come back years later when he grow up and he become brave, when he know he can protect himself. He gonna be the kid that come out and actually tell the truth. Because when they ask Eddie, do you believe Carmelo Anthony committed murder? He never said yes. He said, I believe Austin Metcalf didn't deserve to die. But he never said, their key witness never said Carmelo Anthony was a murderer.
They got so serious, they found out what kind of car Carmelo Anthony drives. He drives a red Jeep. They started riding and scavenging neighborhoods looking for the Jeep. I bought the Jeep so I can drive it. They can find me and I killed one of them white boys. And I made him come after me so that family can have some rest. I ride around in the Jeep. They know what I got Carmelo's Jeep. I bought it.
You bought the Jeep?
I bought the Jeep because they've been riding around looking for it. They can't sit outside the hood. White people were discovered everywhere they live, homie. His dad was a high-end car salesman at Mercedes-Benz, one of the top in the nation. They started going up to the job playing like they want to buy a car, get in the finance department and bring up the murder. He lost his job. He called me crying. I made him my road manager, just give him some money to help him pay bills. But I got him on the road with me away from his family. Who's protecting his family? His son, his mama, his daughter. I mean, you can't be on the road with me, but I'm going to help take care of you.
Was they able to use some of the GoFundMe money in order to help support themselves?
Man, they stopped it. Why? Because the white media on Twitter saying that they were buying mansions.
They stopped their GoFundMe money?
They stopped the GoFundMe money because they said they were buying mansions.
Yeah, they went on there and lied and said the Carmelo family had bought a new 8-bedroom house, a house that they already had 2 years before this shit. Said they went to go buy $100,000 Escalade 2 years before they had a goddamn GoFundMe, bro. I call it the MAGA media, bro. MAGA media spreaded so many lies about Carmelo Anthony and his family that it stopped our support. You had black folks repeating this shit. You had media outlets repeating this shit. Benny Johnson, to be one of the biggest voices in this conservative media, was repeating this shit. Not even cross-referencing and trying to figure out if these things are true. But say something about Trump, they're gonna hold on. Yeah, they
gotta Google that. But it's all, to me, it's both sides. Everybody just blindly following somebody, and it's people just stop being sheep altogether. Everybody, white, black people, Mexican, I don't give a damn. Stop fucking following people, following these influencers and shit. So you got to lead you straight to hell. You about to just walk on in there. It's getting real dark and hot in here.
Help spread the lies against this goddamn family, bro. I don't believe shit a white person say about black folks ever.
I couldn't tell you. Ever. We can find out though.
You know where the white lie come from?
That's a good question. Right.
It don't come from niggas.
Remember the name Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Be having people in my comments. I had to get on somebody today. I said, bro, don't spread lies about this family in my comment section. I'm gonna block your bitch ass. Tell the truth. I mean, we can argue about if he guilty or not. You can call him a murderer. Don't spread no lies, bro. Especially like something so detrimental like this, bro. They lied, man. They lied so much, black people stopped supporting them. And then you got people within my space, Anton Daniel's space. We all know these niggas trying to get the support of the right wing, the conservative fan base, the bigots, so they can get this right here, so they can get some attention. And they trying to use Carmelo Anthony case to do that. Y'all know who y'all is, bro. This shit right here, man. I ain't gonna lie. This right here it opened my eyes to black conservatives and conservatives in general. It's some bootlicking niggas. And 85% of white people do not like black people. They racist and they prejudiced. 1,000%.
You don't know.
The other 15, they friends with them. So you have to tread softly dealing with these people when it comes to goddamn black issues. You can be cordial if they a failed colonial white American, especially if they got any goddamn lineage to America, stolen lineage.
White people attack this family like we see, like no other Jim Crow. I used to say racism was not alive in America. Racism is thriving in America. Why? It's embedded into the fabric, into the hearts of white people. It ain't in us. Hate is not in us. We're responding to hate, so we look hateful. White people are over us. They can do to us whatever they want to do to us. They can go back to raping our women, and a jury can say, hey, I was named 5 mitigating factors for the people. And the only way to beat the white man is with his law. This kid went to law school because I failed. He was out on bond for murder. He graduated high school, my nigga, and went to go be a lawyer for Mr. Charles. And the kid studied all year long. Every book I gave him, he read.
Right.
They was at the party. After that, they was all partying together. The white parents with the judge.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they got pictures of it. Hell yeah.
I heard that they knew each other.
Yeah.
Carmelo and the Metcalf brothers before this happened.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if none of this shit true. I don't know what's true. I gotta look at
They all play football together?
Nah, I don't think so. No, it's 2 different teams, 2 different tents. But they said they knew each other. Somebody told me this. This is hearsay. He said.
But they all went to school together.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I think it's 2 different teams, 2 different tents.
Is that why they told him?
You get out the tent.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm saying. I ain't really looked into this much. This is the most I done paid attention to.
That's a good kid. When you talk about fleece white as snow, that's Carmelo Anthony, not those 2 white boys that died. They found a reason to justify George Floyd killing. They found a reason to justify everybody who they kill us. And we're never right with white people. We're never right with white people if we don't play white. Because white is right. I don't like white people that much, nigga. I went and played on white people so I can have influence on my people. I went and learned everything white people know about English history. That's why I'm so good. I did this for us, nigga.
Bro, the anthem down is just lower the volume, bro. I watched this earlier and I didn't want to put that on him. But maybe Charleston White just maybe Charleston White did something to his phone, but the volume got real low when he started going in. He been going in on white folks, but let me see.
I don't like white people that much, nigga. I went and played on white people so I can have influence.
He most definitely lowered the value on that shit. Look at his finger. That's why I was just doing this earlier with my phone, right? Because if I hold my phone the same way he holding his, right, his camera flip, right?
He from Fort Worth.
His camera flip.
Charleston White from Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Oh, he down there in Texas.
So you can't see my what you call it, right? Hold on, let me show you. The same way. Most definitely.
White people so I can have influence on my people. I want to learn everything white people know about English history. That's why I'm so good. I did this for us, nigga. I don't love white people that much. But I gotta play like I do. I wake up thinking about doing something with white people every day because I see how they do it. But I gotta look in the mirror and grab the cloud side so I can live and be happy as a black man. I really want to die for some shit, nigga.
We can't be like that though,
I really
see.
want to die for this shit.
We can't be like that though, see.
I can't, but guess what? They like that, nigga. You fight fire with fire. Nobody have ever been able to beat the white man not being like that.
Man, I said this, man. This is like, man, black folks, we are such a forgiving people, but they try to make it seem like we're just so hateful and violent. We have the capability to be hateful and violent, but it's just not in us to just be that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like,
I ain't speaking for everybody.
It's sad that we want
hateful, violent motherfuckers
want to give these folks chances. Want to be outstanding citizens like most of us is, but once you keep having this image of us of being these monsters and low IQ and chipping out, when you haven't seen that, you only seen us being some type of way towards each other, and then you get a moment like this, Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, and now it justifies all the negative trope stereotypes and propaganda that you push on us. I swear to God, bro, if we embrace the images that they give us, the things that they say we truly is, bro, these niggas that have a real problem, bro. They would have a real problem if we embrace these stereotypes, tropes, and embody them. We do too much trying to escape that narrative. And they still won't accept us.
I'm trying, but the mic.
And that's for the ones who want to be accepted.
Sound like Snoop Dogg.
The Anton Daniels.
He's
like that. How can we in America look at this trial and see racism when children are involved? Why? Because the white people came and made it racist before the white folk got there.
Every time he say something about white people, a definitive message, he moving that goddamn phone. He don't want to be disrespectful and just, hey, I'm gonna call you back because we've been on him about this shit. Remember Corey Holcomb said you be kissing the ass of a white man. I remember Six the guy that said, you You got a white superiority complex.
Every step of the process, this black kid has to be passed along to a white face. Every step of the process, this kid had to be passed along to his enemy, and they never saw him as a kid. With epilepsy, no violence in his background, this kid has saved more lives than he's thrown any punches throughout life. He made the news when he was 19 years old for rescuing a Lily White baby. This ain't the one we turn our hearts cold to, people. Y'all ain't never heard me talk like this, my nigga. This ain't the one we go cold on.
So what do you think we should do?
I'm raising $75,000 in 29 days because we have to get this kid an appeal filed. We only got 29 days.
Can we get his? I could use my platform to get his father story. If you want me to talk to his father, I definitely can talk to the father.
That's why I'm calling you.
Shout out to Anton Daniels, bro. Shout out to you for that, bro. Cause you what I do know and feel when somebody write that Anton Daniels is close with and he respect their opinion, he gonna value it. You know what I'm saying? I think he gonna valued it, and hopefully this just not for show. I'll know if this is for show if this segment doesn't get clipped up and put on Anton Daniels' platform.
I've been calling, fam.
Do you want to join a live stream? Because I got thousands of people watching right now. I don't think
they can. They gotta up and move.
Okay.
These people's life is in danger. White people got what they wanted.
Give him my number. See, give him my number and tell him.
I'm gonna do a conference or text message. Let me just say this. They want to hurt somebody. They got 35 years, but this don't seem to be enough for white people. So all I'm saying is there's two sides of the law. You have the letter of the law, and then you have the spirit of the law. This is where the spirit comes in. Compassion, mercy, forgiveness. And we didn't get all the facts. The reason that kid was so fearful is because these were some dangerous two boys. And everybody out here knows that. Have you noticed that the black judge who lowered Carmelo's bond, she's disappeared. She have disappeared, people. When that black judge who was voted into office out there, when she lowered that nigger's bond, she's been in hiding and secret protection since then. The white folks went after her. She got to have private security now as a judge. Nobody mentioned her anymore either. She had to go in hiding. This family done moved 8 times, Sean. In fear and hiding. Every time they find someone wrong, somebody, a lady by the name of Sarah Fields, they was leaking information from the courts when he was making bonds.
I never heard nothing else about it. So now,
Yeah, was he bonded out?
yeah,
And then he went back to, he was going to court.
he was going to court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cause I remember he went in there a week when he bought that. He got saved all that money.
Because he's 17, ain't he?
Yeah, when it happened.
Oh, he's 18 now?
Yeah.
But
Who?
Carmelo?
Carmelo? He's about 18 or 19 now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's what I get.
Yeah, and I remember when he got out, they told him to release him out of there.
Shit, they probably waited till he turned 18. Like, yeah, we gonna wait till he turn 18.
They brought it back up.
I mean, they just kept pushing that court date to back.
Yeah, because I was wondering, we never heard nothing else about it. I didn't until when you brought it up. I'm like, come on, I'm thinking. They were saying it on the radio, but I heard the end. So I'm still thinking about the backbone player. And I'm like, what the fuck did he do? I thought something like, but this old wife, Layla, whatever.
Boy, that was my OJ shit.
Yeah, you brought it up, but still.
Damn, a stabbing.
And I'm still thinking it was, so I got one of there. It's in on the thing. That's old shit.
Good.
I still remember that shit back on Cable Coach. Yeah, I know you're talking about now.
Bro,
Yeah.
the NBA Finals is going on by this trial, this huge trial. Really a racial. It really wasn't about race, but you know, the mainstream media is gonna turn it into race. So this is a racial trial going on during the NBA finals. This has happened before. The NBA finals was going on, and it wasn't a racial trial, but it was the O.J. Simpson Bronco chase.
Oh yeah.
Happened during the middle of the NBA finals.
Was it?
Sarah Fields.
They made a documentary about it. How they really cut the NBA finals off for the first time ever. They just cut it off, and they go to O.J. Simpson on the highway in that white Bronco.
He said, Sean, do Charleston White think he's talking to Sean Cotton?
In hiding. Every time they find someone, somebody, a lady by the name of Sarah Fields, they was leaking information from the courts when he was making bond to Sarah Fields. Sarah Fields would come online giving all these people personal information. Everything. So I attacked Sarah Fields to put the heat on me. I make me the target, white people. Come try to hurt me. I got the guns. I got what y'all want.
See, we don't want that. We don't want that.
No. So that's what I said then.
This is, you don't know what we want. We want to protect ourselves. We want that family to be able to protect themselves. They getting threats. Motherfuckers coming to the father's job, acting like they want to buy a car to try to grill him about his sons. They trying to follow Carmelo Anthony's Jeep. They didn't move 8 different times. You got lies put out there talking about that using the GoFundMe money for luxurious shit, and you talking about we don't want that? We most definitely want them to protect themselves. This politically correct shit, nah. You just said the other day if somebody stole a piece of bubblegum out your goddamn store, you might have to blow their goddamn head off. No. Over some goddamn bubblegum, but when it's a real threat versus a real black family, you talking about you don't want that. Actually giving an opinion. This is a conversation Anton Daniels don't want to speak about on his platform. But good you allowing Charleston White to do so.
Hey, since we here,
it's always it's a pushback. We can't do that. See, we can't do that.
I think this is related. I mean, not related, but
I ain't asking no.
I think this happened at the same time for a reason. Just Rick Child situation. You got 48 minutes. Okay, I trust O'Shea.
By now, we've already heard about the outcome of the Cyrus Carmack Belton case. The shooter, Mr. Rick Child, was found not guilty. But that's what happened in the case. What people fail to remember is that one of his defense attorneys was black.
Rick Child executed a human being over a $1 bottle of water. Enjoy hell. Let's make that clear. If Rick Child shot a man in the back stealing $1 bottle of water from his store, you do what you will. Because there's nothing to justify this back and forth. Was he right? Was he wrong? It doesn't matter. Taking a human life over a bottle of water is absolutely ridiculous. It's wrong under any way that you could possibly look at it. And that's why the state has gone out of their way to put this $1 bottle of water up, to put this picture up, because they want you to believe that this is what this case is about.
That was Mr. Sean Kent of the Kent Law Firm. And this guy has a very interesting way of selling himself. Most people know him on the internet, at least when the Diddy trials came about. You know, he was giving his professional opinion about what's happening. And that's one of the reasons why his TikTok really, really blew up. Now, also, he's a fairly good lawyer in Richland County, South Carolina, where the shooting took place. About half of the population is black. So it makes sense why Mr. Rick Child would have him, Sean Kent, a part of the defense team. Now, as we know, he was responsible for Mr. Rick Child receiving a not guilty verdict. And that is because of a few things. Number one, Mr. Rick Child had 2 prior incidents.
Yeah, he was good. The way he was just talking.
of shooting alleged burglars or thieves. Both of these cases happening around 2018. Of course, he never went to jail for these because it was justified. But again, the prosecution wanted this to be admitted as evidence because it would show a habit that Mr. Rick Child was gun happy. Mr. Sean Kent and the rest of the defense team made sure that this was not admissible, which was a good strategy, obviously. Secondarily was the pivotal defense of the chase. They could admit that Mr. Rick Child maybe was wrong for chasing after Mr. Cyrus Carmack Belton for some bottles of water. But now once allegedly Cyrus Carmack Belton pulled the gun on Rick's son, it then changed to a case of self-defense. That was what he was able to sell, and obviously the jury bought it. Mind you, 5 or 6 of these jurors, from what I understand, were black. So it's not only that he was selling this to an all-white jury or something. You had African-American, Black American jurors that were there and bought his side of the story. Now this man is getting a lot of hatred online, he's getting a lot of death threats, and people are very upset.
You're a lawyer. There's nothing you can say on this internet that's going to justify what you did and make you less of a horrible, awful person. Not all money is good money. I genuinely hope nothing ever good happens for you ever again. You genuinely should be ashamed of yourself. I don't know how you sleep at night. Again, I wish you the worst. That's all I have to say about that.
And then you also have people who are defending him.
But an attorney's true job is to defend the law, either for a plaintiff or a defendant. Like that is the job. I don't like that man is getting treated like this, as if he's some traitor just by representing someone in court, some race traitor. That's insane.
That is kind of what I want to deal with today, because Mr. Sean Kent has responded to some of the hatred that he's been getting, and what he says about his past clients is something that's interesting to understand.
I have represented 3 African-American males who are accused of a white girl. I have represented an individual who was accused of killing a person, folding his body and sticking him in an abandoned building in Florence, South Carolina.
The motive for taking the case. What did he say? This is important, so watch this.
So there have been countless individuals who I've represented in the past, and so when someone says, why did you take this case? I don't judge. God judges. If you pick and choose who are you going to judge in your cases, it makes you ineffective of what you're doing. And so people say, why this case? Well, why not any of those ones with the outrage that has come forth? As criminal defense attorneys, we represent the Constitution. We represent individuals. And so when people say comments to me, and I've heard a lot of them, like, you didn't have to take this one. Well, I don't have to pay my mortgage either, but if you don't.
Okay, so here is a teaching moment that we want to bring out on this Ken Ganda channel. And I typically weigh in on the Pan-African issue of the value that we need to have for one another. And I know that can sometimes get lost in translation.
Ken Ganda,
what I want to talk about is, this is Mr. Sean Kent. Somebody went and found this particular photo, and as you can see, his wife is white, all right? And so now the narrative is, this guy is a sellout. He's a raccoon. He has a white wife, okay? This is what is being said. And again, I'm extremely on the right.
I'm catching up on all this right now.
Well, tensions are high tonight in Columbia, South Carolina, following the shooting death of a 14-year-old boy who was falsely accused of shoplifting. The gas station owner, who has a history of confrontations with customers, has been...
Bro, why? Bro, he looked just like Martin. He looked just like Martin. Yep, I do.
Dang. I don't know this little kid.
That's the picture. It's one picture. But this picture right here, he looked just like Trayvon Martin. Oh, wait a minute. Because there go Trayvon Martin.
You know? Damn. But I ain't lock that dude up. You get some time. They said, because ain't no guy he just shot.
Yeah. But they couldn't bring it. They couldn't bring that into evidence that he had already shot two people because it looked like he's trigger happy.
But still, he is.
Well, yeah, but you know they got a way to dismiss that evidence. How that won't be admissible in court, so you can't use it.
That's crazy.
And look, you would say it, and then the judge would be like, "Hey, yeah, the last thing y'all just heard, strike that from the record. Y'all didn't hear that, motherfucker. We heard it. I would be. Don't let me hear some shit. Be like, we gonna strike that from the record. Nah, it ain't struck from the record. That's why they don't let me be no juror. I guess. All right.